Welcome to the Phydeaux Livestream. Yeah, I think I did that countdown well. Yes. Well, have some fun planned today. Let's get the atmosphere properly smoky. All right.
Setting, smoky studio.
This week is the rise of the Rise of Catboss. Yes. Okay. I'll just read what we got here. This is the Monday one. Chief Colorist has just about finished it. I've got to go in and do the details of the floor. Just, hardwood floor, paneled room. Kind of come close to what we're looking for here. All right.
Well, I was going to darken up the walls a little.
Yeah, they probably should. Yeah. Okay. At least she was smart enough to leave the white shirt white. She understood.
Don't say at least she was smart.
You understand what we're dealing with here. Okay, this is Beau's father. And we'll get to explore him a little bit more this week. So we have 10 years ago. This is a big day, Cuddles. Is it oh great about Dabos? Yes, my son. Try it again. Yes, today my son Bogash is coming to work with us. Together we shall train him to take over when I retire. As you wish, sire. Do we have to call him Dabos? We call him Dad Boss around here. So,
I think I did both pretty well.
Sure. This kind of fits in my particular style. Rather than Fido, we have Phydeaux, Phydaux. So rather than Dad Boss, we have Dabos. We got Beau here looking like Kurt Cobain with the droopy pants, underwear showing, boxers showing. So if anyone remembers, our character, the Dad Boss, has robotic legs, and in this scene, well, he's got his regular human legs. And now we have an explanation as to why the Cat Boss wears sandals, because, well, his mentor wore sandals. So we'll figure out a little bit more about these characters as things go on. I'm going to put that aside, and we'll continue on the story week. Again, we're still on 10 years ago. And the chief colorist has started this one, but hasn't finished it. And here, son, is my shark tank. I keep hungry, vicious, mutated sharks in here to dispose of my garbage. Your first job here will be to take out the trash. I didn't think he meant that literally. Recycle those cans. Take out the trash. Wednesday, we continue with the 10 years ago. And he's got his robotic legs. Your new legs look great, Dad Boss. I'm still getting used to them. Sorry about pushing you into the shark tank. It's a cat thing. It takes more than a dozen sharks to kill the Dabos. Think nothing of it, Cuddles. Ah, good. The piranhas have arrived. Maybe we should install a railing here.
So we're dealing with the classic cat push something off the shelf?
Right, yeah. Yeah, pushed him off the shelf. He didn't do that. I originally wrote it as if I was going to do that joke with him, just pushing him into the thing, but just let it go. You only get a week to do this whole Cat Boss story. Thursday, we moved to 5 years ago rather than 10. And we have Bogash in his office. You might notice the old style uniforms had the stripe on the sleeve. And Beau's got his long hair. So he's 5 years younger. He's cut his hair since then. You need an animal sidekick. Something that will assist you in your evil career. I always wanted a dog. Maybe a pit bull or a Rockwilder. Rockwilder, yes. No, you want a terrier. They inspire terror. And Phydeaux's here in the foreground, urinating on Dabos, Dad Boss's leg. They inspire terror. I'd be afraid to be around Dad Boss about now. Yeah, I'm really getting into like a Dilbert thing. Oh, he has dog Bert, cat Bert, rat Bert. You know. Now I have cat boss, dad boss. All right. And, you know, I say that Dilbert is like the only comic strip I read because it, you know, he can't possibly inspire me. I can't like steal anything from him. But I guess he has. So we will remember. I hope that this is last Friday. So it's already been published. It's already out there. The dad boss is upset with Cuddles for not being evil enough, and he locks him in the bathroom. So there's the dad boss locked in the bathroom, chained to a urinal. Why is my father tied to a urinal in the bathroom? Do you have a problem with that? No, it's the most I've seen of him in years. Have another beer then. So, that's Friday. And Saturday, some of you keen-eyed people might have noticed that I've gone the entire week without the puppy. There's no Phydeaux. Well, now here.
What?
Yes.
Is the strip named Phydeaux?
The strip is named Phydeaux. We've got to do the finished penciling on this one today, so you'll see how it comes out. But Bo is sitting down reading a script. We've got the lights. This is in the back. This is backstage. Phydeaux comes in being carried by his assistant. He's going to be wearing a Hawaiian shirt with a layer around his neck. I don't know if you can see it. How was your vacation? Good. How were the reruns? We didn't do reruns of the old comic strips. We did the Rise of Catboss. A cat story on Phydeaux, a dog comic strip? What else have you done? And he goes to his dressing room and, get out of my dressing room. But I just got the doggy smell out of it. And we have the actor playing Catboss. Finally, we'll get to see Catboss's face without the helmet on. We'll be doing the finished pencils on this today. Oh, let me get a sharpening pencil here. While I'm thinking of it, I'm going to use my new technology here on StreamYard, the easiest to use streaming software. I recommend everyone try it. And I want to show you a few things. Now, I forgot yesterday was April Fool's Day. Well, no, I didn't forget. But when I read this story of Drew Carey being caught red-handed using AI, I didn't catch that it was an April Fool's joke. So it got me thinking, wow, really? AI's writing his jokes and everything? And,
well,
okay. So I went to find the chatbot. Let me see if I can share that screen as well. Here we go. I found ChatGPT, and I started talking to it, and I described my comic strip, and I was wondering if it could actually help me write jokes. And well, we have nothing to fear about AI taking over Phydeaux. Here's the best joke they gave me. Okay. Jane is sitting on a couch with Bogash. Jane says, I hear Dino got arrested last night. What did he do? And enter Dino, disheveled. Dino, I don't want to talk about it. And Phydeaux says, probably got caught trying to sniff someone's butt again. Yeah. But these are the sort of jokes I'm getting. Phydeaux on couch, surrounded by pillows and blankets. Bogash. Phydeaux, why are you hogging the couch like that? Phydeaux, because I need to keep it warm and comfortable for my royal highness. Dino on the floor, surrounded by empty beer cans and a crumpled blanket. Dino says, that's okay. I like the floor. It's like a giant beer coaster. Yeah. So anyway, when I was looking at joke after joke after joke, I started saying, Garfield wouldn't use these things. So as a joke, I said, write a Garfield comic strip. Let's see what. Oh, something went wrong. So, nope. Just when I'm doing my live thing, it doesn't work. Well, anyway, the quality of the Garfield comic strips were typically low, and I don't even think Garfield would use it, so I wasn't. And since he's always been on my mind, I said, write a Dilbert comic strip.
And actually,
I was shocked by the quality. Scott, you can retire now. AI can write your strip. They came up with a joke where Dilbert's trying to write a computer program to stop the company from making bad decisions. And Wally comes up behind him and says, don't do that. Just write a program that comes up with excuses for our bad decisions. And they become successful. After all, they're giving themselves high fives after the bosses are saying this is great. And at the punchline in the end is, oh no, my program crashed. And Wally says, that's okay. I got a list of excuses here.
That could be.
So here we go. This is complete cold. Dilbert is sitting at his desk typing on his computer. Dogbert walks up to him and asks, "What are you doing?" Actually, what are you doing? That sounds like a Phydeaux strip already. Dilbert responds, "I'm writing some code for a new software program." Dogbert looks at Dilbert and says, I've been thinking about starting my own software company." Dilbert turns to Dogbert and says, "Really? What would your company do?" Dogbert responds, "We would develop software that automatically files all your taxes for you." Dilbert looks skeptical and asks, "How would that work?" Dogbert responds, "It's simple. The software would just automatically deduct all your expenses and file your taxes for you." Dilbert stares at Dogbert and says, "That sounds like a terrible idea. The IRS would never allow it." Dogbert looks annoyed and says, "Well, maybe I'll just start a company that creates software to help people cheat on their taxes then." Dilbert looks horrified and says, "That's illegal and immoral. I can't believe you'd even consider it." Dogbert responds, "Relax, Dilbert. I'm just kidding. I would never actually do that." Dilbert looks relieved and says, "Oh, thank goodness. For a minute there, I thought you had lost your mind." Dogbert walks away and mutters to himself, "Maybe I should reconsider." Okay. They're not all gold. So this is Chatbox 3.5. They just released 4 in the news. So maybe next week we'll check out 4. Let's get back to our normal. Stop screen. All right, I hope we're back to Phydeaux the comic strip. And see how wonderful StreamYard software is? I spent 0 time trying to figure out how to do that, and I pulled it off successfully.
Nice.
All right, we're going to do some
I thought
penciling.
you were going to say, see how good AI is.
Oh, no, StreamYard.
Yeah, I was like,
So, I should remind you, cartoonists are the filthiest creatures on the face of the earth. So, I have to wear a protective glove so as not to soil our virgin paper. Right. Do we need light? Who knows? What do you think? Do we need light? You can barely see this, but I don't think
really
light.
See the,
Yeah. Let's see if light improves it.
But...
Everyone watch their eyes as I turn on the light. All right.
Oh, that didn't seem to do much.
Yeah. Well, there goes my point. I'll make Bo look like he's actually happy to see Phydeaux after he's been gone for the week. Oh, something else I was thinking about. Well, Bogash has a pointy chin, whereas his father has a round chin. If we ever do his mother, we have to show that the mother has the pointy chin. See, they got the same nose. But when I designed the original Dad Boss character, I just call him Bo's father. I didn't call him Dad Bosh yet. So I screwed up and did not design him with Bo's chin.
Oh, well.
Yeah, yeah. Not all of my character designs are thought
Maybe
through
it's
at
not
the
his
moment.
real father.
Ooh, well, hey, you never know. The story may carry in that direction, which is why he really didn't feel obligated to leave the family supervillain business to Bo.
Maybe that's why he became a supervillain.
Yes, his wife cheated on him. I think early in the comic strip, I had a joke where Bo's trying to avoid a telephone call from his mother. The joke being, I can't talk to you now, Mom. I'm enjoying myself. Sample of early Phydeaux humor.
Still anything that's better than the
That's chatbot quality humor. Now, I'm not trashing the incredible work that the people at the GPT 3.4 have done. I'm sure they're working really hard, and this thing's only going to get better and better. It's just my duty to point out where the technology stands right now. And I think there'll be some value in comic strip drawn the way I do it with actual human hands, as everyone else seems to be doing it on a computer.
Mm-hmm. Did you actually clarify that Drew Carey did not, in fact, use it? And it was...
Well, I didn't mention April
Okay.
Fool's.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't mention April Fool's jokes, and I should have caught it, but I was already in Chat GPT and playing with it by the time it occurred to me. Oh, wait a minute, it's April 1st. That does, because I'm thinking, how did he use this to run a radio program? And
how crappy was that radio program?
well, in the story they describe it as like no one noticed the difference. In fact, it was one of his better shows, that sort of thing.
Oh,
and so I'm thinking this is a bit of self-deprecating humor on Mr. Carey's part. He's known for doing that. And one of his jokes is, "I might not be good at sex, but at least I'm fast." So,
I showed you the icon, or whatever you want to call it, the preview thing for Drew Carey on Price is Right. He's turned into Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Like legit turned into Santa Claus.
Well, he's giving away gifts. He
That's
might.
What I was just gonna say. Yeah, and you say, well, he's giving away gifts. I'm like, damn. Who would have thought? I guess he sort of always had that, I don't know, jolly look, for lack of a better term.
Well, he's always been a large man.
Well, arguably he's much skinnier now than he was when he was younger.
When he was younger, he was in the Marines. He was actually physically fit.
But he was in his
comedian days.
Yeah. Days. You know, that's something I thought I had pegged for sure. I thought for sure that Bob Barker had retired because there was something like physically wrong with him.
Health.
Like I thought
Bob's still going, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes, and it's been over 10 years, like 12 years, I think it's been.
He just got tired of the audience. And these are California scum. You know, they're running up on him. They're knocking him down off the stage. Bob just didn't want to go through that bullshit anymore.
I guess not, but I truly believe that that's why he retired. And I would have bet money on it at the time. Thankfully, I didn't. But he, no, he's still going strong, like 97 or something. Do you have the strips?
Oh yeah, well, you want to do some work?
Well, that's what I live for, sweetheart.
Let's get the chief colorist her work.
I like to strike while the sun is.
Yeah.
Still nice.
That's yours. That's 4.
There you go. 4 of them?
Well, one of them you finished, but you're taking it. I get it off my hands.
No, I didn't really. The
Monday.
Oh, all right. No, you gave me Friday too, or something.
Oh yeah. Just put that aside.
Okay.
That's Friday from last week. I wanted to show the cat boss. Sorry, the dad boss getting captured
Gotcha.
by the cat boss.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. So I tell Chatbot my story about where we're going now, where Dad Boss has been captured by Cat Boss. So it wants to come up with all sorts of ways in which they rescue him, and they're not. These characters are not going to rescue him.
And then when you essentially told them that these characters are not going to rescue them, it made them into reluctant heroes. Or unexpected heroes. It's like, no, that's not what you meant.
I mean, the chatbot came up with making a rope ladder out of toilet paper, and Phydeaux heroically doing this and that. No.
Well, you also do not.
I have not explained these strips, these characters, have I?
Well, it also turned Dino into a first-class pervert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dino. There was always one where they had Dino trying to see Jane naked.
Look up her skirt.
And also, and it was played for laughs.
Oh my God! I have like 15 different pencils have rolled off onto the floor just today alone. Oy.
And they also always had one where Felicia's sitting on the windowsill, and we say, "Where'd this windowsill come from?" I don't know. We don't have a windowsill. Yeah, but why does everyone have every list?
Felicia's always at the freaking windows.
Looking out the windowsill, thinking wistfully about her life. Oh.
I guess the AI wants desperately for you to put a windowsill in the script. And at one point,
So if we ever get a windowsill, AI is writing this. And now Charles sold out. Charles sold out to the computer. He's got an AI writing his comic strip. How do you know? Felicia's sitting on the windowsill.
And Dino's
trying to look at Jane naked. A little bit of perversion.
A little bit.
Just a strange perversion. I tried to describe that it's like a first grader or a kindergartner, particularly bright one, even at that. But if a first grader or a kindergartner came up with some of the stuff that the chatbot came up with, I think I expect that its parents were doing something illegal with it.
Play with the foot.
No, I'm thinking molestation.
Oh, well, that is foul play.
Oh, okay. Foul play is usually considered murder. All right, yeah. All right, let's stop the sniffles before they start.
Yeah, so you just blow your nose. Good.
Cheers. So, heads are rolling at Disney, announcing over 7,000 layoffs. And we hear from Kathleen Kennedy herself that she was pulled into the office with Iger, and he's told her that if Indiana Jones 5 is not a huge success, making profit, she will be publicly fired, not get her $20 million golden parachute, and she's
No, she'll just get a $10 million golden.
Well, no, even worse. That whole Acolyte lawsuit. They hired a director to run the Acolyte show, and then decided, no, we're not going to do it. And this director had already given up other work, and now they're suing. Apparently now, Kathleen Kennedy has to pay that lawsuit out of her own pocket. And to show just how the caliber of intelligence we're dealing with Kathleen Kennedy, she let this be known throughout her office. So now she's got to go into negotiations with this woman over the acolyte, and she's already given away her hand. She's already told that she has to settle it out of her own pocket. So she can walk up to this director and say, "Well, how much do you want?" $100 million. Really, what's Kathleen gonna do? She can't negotiate. Add to Disney mismanagement. They got rid of Ike Perlmutter over there at Disney. He was one of the leaders of the palace coup that tried to get rid of Iger. Yeah. That is not over with. When the board meets again, there will be hell to pay. My prediction. Disney has provided hours of career entertainment for YouTubers. You got to see the glee in which Gary from Neurotic reports this stuff.
Gary from Neurotic is having the best time right now. Time of his life.
So this is Phydeaux's assistant. She's not a character that ever appears in the actual comic strip. Just a buxom lady. If Phydeaux's going to have someone carry him around, well, he needs the cushions.
She was in one strip, wasn't she, when they were in the limo?
Oh, yeah. But again, I only use...
she's not a strip.
Right, yeah. I only use her when we're breaking the third wall. See, it's a two-dimensional surface. So 2 dimensions, and the third wall would be doing this. On television, it's called breaking the fourth wall because theoretically it's a 3-dimensional world. You have to explain that every once in a while. So when the comic strip breaks the third wall, I generally pull her out. And I like to show the characters as they are outside of the comic strip world, as if they're actors. So Dino will have long hair and speak in an effeminate voice. Phydeaux, of course, is, well, actually, I didn't do it. Phydeaux speaks with an affected British accent. So I've got to remember when I read this, good, how were the read-ons? Okay, I got to figure out how to do Phydeaux's affected British accent, as he's a classically trained actor, and all of them have gone through the UK and Phydeaux's mind. Okay. So anyway, I said a few weeks that whoever works for a movie, does the promotion, does anything, they should have to sign a contract where they do no harm when they're talking about it. And the writers for a film that's being released soon, probably has been released already, called Dungeons and Dragons, really turned everyone off when they went out there and say, "Oh yeah, we really like to emasculate the male character." It's so funny to get back at the patriarchy. So it instantly turned so many people off from the film. And I wasn't even planning on watching it in streaming. But Shad Brooks, guy I kind of respect, says it's not bad. He gave it a 7 out of 10. And I listened to him. And then I listened to just about everyone else who gave it a review. And we're getting 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. And I'm thinking perhaps Shad is a bit a bit of an unreliable source on this, because he He's really into the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. He probably still plays the game. I used to be a dungeon master, you know.
Yes,
In
actually,
high
no,
school,
I didn't know this.
yes, in high school I ran a game, and in college I joined in with the actual newspaper college nerds who were running a game. I played a cleric because, of course, of my pious nature. They just they just needed someone to heal them up.
Yeah.
That's why they let me in.
I had not known.
A low-level cleric.
Dungeon master.
Orly.
When I met you. Or married you. Or I've been with you for how many years?
I don't know. I think I spoke to you in Klingon, but that wasn't a giveaway.
Should have been. Yeah. Okay, should have been. I'm a tiny bit of a nerd. Well, actually, tiny bit of a suburban snotty girl thing. Whatever the opposite of nerd is. I'm a little bit of everything, all wrapped up in one.
So, speaking of Klingon,
yes.
I guess
your bingo cards.
I guess our worst fears have come true, and Star Trek Picard season 3 is just a fluke. They're not gonna let Terry Matalas do. Terry's been floating on that. Oh, okay. He's been floating the idea of his own show called Star Trek Legacy. He even sent LeVar Burton out there. LeVar Burton out there onto the View to talk about Star Trek Legacy, which would be a continuation of the crew in Picard season 3. And I see no movement in that, and it looks like that's never going to happen. But what is going to happen? Starfleet Academy. And it's described as Hogwarts in space. Oh. And everyone was said, really? Okay, well, that could be interesting. Is Terry Matalas doing it? Well, no. What we're doing is we're continuing in the Star Trek Discovery universe. It's been 150 years since there's been a Starfleet. Like, oh, no. They're going to have a statue to Michael Burnham, aren't they? No. My heart just sank. And then I heard, but no, wait. That's not the big announcement. They're saving the big announcement until after Picard 3 ends. And I said, "Oh, good. The big announcement." I get all excited. We're going to do the legacy thing that Terry Matalas wants to do, right? That's what we're going to do, right? Well, they released the big announcement early rather than waiting. And the big announcement is they're doing Section 38, starring Michelle Yeoh. Carrying on the Michael Burnham universe. Somehow they're going to get Michelle Yeoh to return, at least to what would be modern times and normal times in Star Trek. And she's going to run this secretive spy agency. And Michelle Yeoh is looking more and more like a grandmother every day. So, yeah, it's an aberration. Paramount, you just can't have anything nice, can you?
We're going to have to just give you the breakable shit.
We just can't have anything nice. So I figured 3 cats here and 3 female cats in the background on the couch. And it actually shows how big Phydeaux's dressing room is. It's bigger than the set they film on.
Well, he is the star.
He is the star. Well, I wanted to get a lot of information here. I wanted to get like the door with the star and Phydeaux on it, but that couldn't really fit it in the panel. So instead, I just put on the back of his chair. Usually in these chairs, they have the star's name written. So you see Phydeaux, but then you pasted just a piece of paper with the words Cat Boss over Phydeaux's name. So that's the concession to not being able to put the star on the door. And Hawaiian shirts are generally very garishly colored, Chief Colorist. I'm pretty sure you'll have no trouble figuring out what colors his Hawaiian shirt is.
Should I be thinking of a specific color pattern?
Oh, red, yellow, green.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like it has to be green, orange, and pink.
Not red main color. Real Hawaiian shirts are as garish colored as possible. The fake ones that the drunk college kids wear generally are much more conservative. Go figure. So, carrying on with Disney's trouble, we heard last year, a while ago, an accountant came forward saying that they were cooking the books at the parks. This is around the time when Chapek actually was running the parks. What they apparently were doing, when they sell gift certificates, not all of them are sold for full face value. Sometimes if you buy $100, they'll give you an extra 20 for free. Or they'd give away something like a golf course around. What they were doing, according to this accountant, is including that as income. And then they were counting it twice when the gift certificate was cashed in. And this is all done in the computer programming, so no one would notice it unless they really got deep into the weeds. And she went to the FCC because that is certainly securities fraud. You're lying to your investors about what you're making. And the FCC promptly did nothing about it. She got fired, and they had some sort of lawsuit where she was given hush money and just went away. So nothing ever came of that. So we have no idea what's going on there. And Chapek went on to become the president of the company. And now with this Sunday night during the Elton John concert firing, there's been stories that Chapek has continued his ways as CEO, cooking the books. Now, I am a little bit more, let's say, conspiracy minded. I think Disney is setting Chapek up as a fall man. Yes, Chapek is guilty as hell, but they told him to do it. But and they're going to blame the entire thing on Chapek, 100%. If and when someone goes to jail, it's going to be him. We gave him the $20 million golden parachute to go away that Kathleen Kennedy is not going to get. All right, I think we're done with the penciling. We can get some inking done here. So that's probably what's going to happen to Mr. Chapek. If I were a betting man. If I were a betting man. All right, let's choose our weapon. Let's see what we got working with us today. This one here is the oldest of the group. Still's got a pretty good point. This is the youngest. Got a horrible point. I'm going to go with this one because that one seems to have a double hair sticking out. I don't want to have to fix right now. Shake up our ink. So you hear a guy went to jail for 10 years. We're doing Hillary Clinton memes. We're doing humorous Hillary Clinton memes. 10 years.
I guess they weren't that humorous.
She doesn't have a sense of humor, does she?
No. That's going to be a little awkward in the prison yard.
What are you in for? Did Hillary Clinton meme? Oh, leave this boy alone. You can tell he's bad to the bone. Yes. That's the American justice system for you folks.
Well, there's an importance.
I remember when we used to respect our system. Back during the halcyon days of Watergate, we thought, well, nobody is above the law. See, even the president here has to be held accountable. And then the Clintons came. Disabused us of that notion completely.
So,
how's the weather? Yeah.
I was going to change up a little bit. I was going to say it's a balmy 42 degrees.
So where I was going with Chapek and Disney Plus, they had a couple of TV shows that we've never heard of, so I had to write them down. The Mysterious Benedict Society and Doogie Kamala, MD. I can only assume that Doogie Kamala, MD is a ripoff of Doogie Howser, but with an Indian girl, which sounds typical Disney these days.
Sounds exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's okay. So anyway, what they did is both of those shows first appeared on Disney HD, and then they were made Disney Plus shows. That way, they could charge the production to Disney HD and split it with Disney Plus. And now when it's being played on Disney Plus, they can say, look, we've got 3.6 on the rating here for $3 million. So that's almost $1 million per point. Where in reality, it would be $2 million per point because they did split the cost with the other streaming, with the other server, with the cable channel. It's still coming out of the same pocket.
Yep.
But they're again lying to their investors. The numbers I use were just for example, but you get what I'm talking about. So our friend Cameron Pasha is saying that it would appear that Disney has in fact made $6 billion less than they claim. That's a lot of fucking money to try to hide. And I'm thinking, even if they weren't screwing up left and right and everything was a success, could they have made enough money to make up the difference? Imagine a different world in which Disney did not mismanage Star Wars, and every Star Wars product was spectacular, and people were actually getting Disney Plus because we've got to see the spectacular Star Wars product. Would it be enough? They've already accepted that they can never and will never catch Netflix. I don't know why Netflix is considered the goal. It was only recently that Netflix started making any money at all, and they're still in financial straits. But that Disney Plus, make me the CEO. The first thing I would do is close shop, fire everybody. Well, actually, no, that would be the second thing I would do. I think the first thing I would do is clean out Lucasfilm.
Oh, okay.
Fire the entire story group. Miss Kennedy's not getting a golden parachute, and she's paying for the lawsuit. I like that one. I don't know how they're going to get her to pay for the lawsuit. I mean, that's something the lawyers will have to discuss.
Yeah.
I think what they will do is Disney will pay this director, and then not give Miss Kennedy the golden parachute she would have gotten otherwise. Just deduct it from what they were going to pay her.
Well, I'm going to give up on trying to get that kid.
So we saw the rest of 1923. That would be from the Yellowstone universe.
And now we're waiting for 1948. Then it'll be 1963.
Yeah.
Then it'll be 1988, and then of course the 2023 that's going on right now.
Every generation. They ended on a decent cliffhanger with my favorite character. And Paramount is such that, they have to use an older, a mongrel program software for their streaming, because Netflix owns so many copyrights that they don't want to infringe upon. So I had no idea that the show had ended. And they just put us, and it just sent us off to 1888, the earlier one. And I'm looking at this saying, oh, good. They're linking up the characters. And wait a minute.
Anyway, this is going on a little too long.
Yeah. So we're not the swiftest. We're not the sharpest knives in the drawer. We're not the swiftest brains in the room.
So much else going on in our brains.
Yeah. All right. Memory department. Which one of these is dry?
Oh, wow. You don't know which one's dry,
huh? I think. Jesus, I don't want to do a sample.
Don't smudge.
Yeah. Well, I've got to decide which one of these I can start inking now. Okay, we know this. Okay, we definitely know this is the wet one because I just finished this one. It's between these two. This would be Thursday and Friday. I'm sure I must have done them in order, right? Oh, well, we're going to do Thursday first. Let's get a piece of paper, so just in case. Oh, what do you know? Convenient. Phydeaux.com. Your only source for bad dog go lie down. All right, we can get working here. I'm sure there's an alternative universe where Star Wars is great and Disney has done all these films. They did not fire John Lasseter, so Pixar is not screwed up. And even John got in there and made the Strange World film and funny, and he decided not to do the film Red, and Pixar is a big success.
That will never happen. And all those 17,000 million trillion always
universes, yes. And Jonathan Majors decided not to beat up his girlfriend in New York City, allegedly.
Yeah, but she's trying to reach for his phone.
She had it coming.
Hey.
She tried to reach for a man's phone. Majors hired, Saul Goodman for his lawyer.
Oh,
Saul, let's get out in front of this.
I'd rather be represented recommended by Saul Goodman and this
I
guy.
don't think Saul would be as stupid as this lawyer. This lawyer puts out the chats supposedly from the abused woman to try to exonerate Jonathan Majors, otherwise known as Kang, or the guy on Creed. And they did not help him out.
No.
And did you notice how clean the chats were? There were no spelling errors. There were complete sentences. What woman today?
Hey.
What woman today texts? I'm the only person I know in my entire circle of people in this world who uses proper grammar and spelling and doesn't use emojis and little what?
I don't do that.
And use the letter R rather than A-R-E.
I don't do those things.
I hadn't noticed. I don't chat with you enough.
That's right. You chat with me in person.
But they were suspiciously cogent chats. They looked like they were written by a lawyer, okay? A stupid lawyer.
How old are these people? Do we know?
Who?
That could make the difference, too.
I don't think so. Those things were edited by a stupid lawyer.
Who thought by her saying, "Oh, honey, it was my fault I tried to reach for your phone," that people would say, "Oh, he's innocent."
It was my fault that my face got in your way of your fists.
Yeah.
Please forgive me.
I was ever so clumsy.
And because of friggin' Amber Heard, we gotta give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Screw that shit. I ain't giving no benefit, no doubt to anyone.
No, the opposite. Amber Heard made it so that we don't have to give them the benefit of the doubt.
How's that?
We don't have to trust all women.
Oh, no. We have to give Jonathan Majors. Have to give the man.
Oh, we have to give Jonathan.
The man.
Majors.
Have to give the man the benefit of the doubt.
No, not in this case.
You know, I'm gonna believe all women.
In this particular case. You know what? I'm going to take both sides of the story and then decide who I believe. Whether they're man, woman, or child, or other, or...
Something happened. She was brought to the hospital.
Well, they also originally said that the cab driver wouldn't, take them to the same place or something. The cab driver wasn't...
Yeah.
Bringing them back home or whatever.
And then the cab driver decided that, well, he didn't want this in his life, and he recanted. And he recanted everything.
I can't say I blame him for it.
Oh yeah,
afterwards.
absolutely.
But here's the thing, though. Prior to all this, he was a half decent guy. If he actually paid attention, was like, no, I don't want these two. I don't want to be the one who drops these two off for the inevitable fight that's going to happen.
Yeah, that cab driver got the fuck out of there.
But not right away, though. The cab driver tried.
Yeah, stupid. Stupidly.
No,
A moron.
No, it's not stupid.
No good deed goes unpunished. You're lucky you got out of there. He smartened up real quickly. Oh, no, I completely recant. That didn't happen. Nope. Bye, I gotta go. And I'm really thinking it was a case that he didn't know the guy was Jonathan Majors.
Oh, God, he
well,
didn't know who
yeah.
he was.
This guy is a new star. In fact, I didn't even know the guy's name when it happened. If anything, it's helped his career because now I know his name. To me, he was just Kang. He wasn't even whatever character he plays on Creed.
I feel like he was in something else though too, like something we don't watch, like The Wire or something.
Probably.
Which we should watch The Wire, according to.
We have so many demands on our time. I mean, how are we going to catch the latest Disney product?
How am I going to catch the latest American Horror Story? Although I haven't watched the latest American Horror Story.
There's a new one?
No, the New York one.
New York one.
There's New York. There's the last one we saw was the one with Macaulay Culkin.
Well, which sorry,
was, huh?
Help me out here. It was
Which
was that the one
Vampires in
Nantucket? Thank you. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Martha's Vineyard, whatever it was.
Right. In New England. Yes.
And then the second part of that was Eleanor Roosevelt as being abducted by aliens or something. Remember there was like an alien?
No, that was Lady Bird Johnson.
No, it wasn't. No.
Okay.
It was the one who started birthdays.
Yeah.
Which was
Lyndon Johnson's wife.
No.
Anyway, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That was the second half of it. Because the first they did 2 half seasons, which makes no sense. But anyway, after that there was one called American Horror Story NYC. That was the whole name.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't come out on anything free yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So we haven't seen it yet.
So anyway, it was Lady Bird Johnson because she was upset. May I speak? She was upset with Jacqueline Kennedy doing the tour of the White House after Lady Bird herself had done the redecorations. So anyway, if you had this magic box in front of you, I hope that you will go up there and look it up. It wasn't Eleanor Roosevelt.
Can we bet money on it?
No, I don't want to bet money on it. I'm just telling you what it is. I don't care. I mean,
you say you don't care because
absolutely.
You think you're right, but if you're wrong, you're gonna not care. You're gonna be like, oh, it's no big deal.
But it was Lady Bird Johnson who did all this horrible stuff behind the scenes to America that people are just starting to realize.
Lady Bird Johnson did not create birthdays. I'm looking it up right now. Anybody listening to the chat, feel free to look it up too. And put the answers down below. You'd be doing a girl a solid. All right, let's see. There's also no Costco in Revere. I don't even remember which one it was called. That doesn't matter. I'll just look at the. What was that called?
American Horror Story.
Yeah, but if you look up American Horror Story, there's like 17 of them. Smart ass. Double feature. Duh. Okay. American Horror Story.
What do we do before computers?
We had to go. This wouldn't have been in it, but we would have had to have gone to the
Encyclopedia.
library and looked at the encyclopedia. However, that wouldn't have worked. We would have had to have gone to the library and looked at their back collection of TV guides.
Part of the story was her dislike of Jacqueline Kennedy.
Sarah Paulson as Mimi Eisenhower. So
we're both wrong. Yeah, okay. It was okay.
Okay, but it was not Lady
Right.
Bird Johnson. We were both wrong. I'll admit I was wrong.
Yeah.
You have to admit you were wrong too.
But that's who I was thinking of, Eisenhower.
No.
I knew it wasn't I knew it wasn't fucking Roosevelt. And yes, I said Jackie Kennedy because who was president after Eisenhower?
Was Nixon.
No, Nixon lost to.
Nixon. I don't know.
Okay, anyway, Nixon was Eisenhower's VP. He ran against John F. Kennedy. Kennedy won the election, became the president after Eisenhower. That's why I was thinking of the whole lady. Oh, I thought it was Lady Bird.
Oh, okay. And let's go backwards, though.
What?
If you thought it was Lyndon Johnson's wife, then that means Kennedy was already dead. So why would Jacqueline have been going through that? Anyway, it was Mimi Eisenhower.
Yeah.
Mimi Eisenhower, whatever her name was.
Yeah, who apparently has done more damage to the nation than we know.
Apparently, according to that too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Macaulay Culkin apparently has had a second kid.
Okay. I know he was
Just
married.
telling you.
I didn't know he was married.
Yes, he's married to Brenda Song, who is apparently a Disney girl.
Anyone who appears on Red Letter Media, you'll have the love of my wife. So since Macaulay Culkin has appeared on Red Letter, not Remy from Ratatouille, huh?
No, not Patton
What has Remy done to you?
A lot. I don't like Remy. Listen.
I have no opinion about Mr. Oswald. He's fine with me.
He just rubs me the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Quaid was on it, and Jack Quaid was funny on it too.
Yeah. So, little note here for people who look for tiny little details. In the comic strip, on the belts of the henchmen, there's a clenched cat's paw when the Catboss runs thing. Well, back in the old days, there was the clenched dad boss fist on the belt buckle. You can barely see right there. Tiny little continuity details that you would never know if the cartoonist wasn't here to point them out to you.
Somebody probably knows.
In the vast, sprawling Phydeaux universe. We call it the Phydeauverse. This is the old style uniforms with the stripes on the sleeves. I think when I originally drew it, I added a little bit of a fancier uniform. Just out of laziness, I've forgotten a lot of the details. So now it becomes the old style dad boss uniform. It should be noted that 5 years, Bo hasn't changed his cubicle. He's just added a few more books behind his head.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been reading up on the next theme for American Horror Story.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like it's going. Apparently, the last theme of the one we didn't see was about the AIDS epidemic in the 1980s.
Uh-huh.
So it was true horror, or whatever you want to call it. True, you know what I mean. Anyway.
True crime horror?
Well, no.
Yeah, what?
It wasn't supernatural.
Oh, right.
Or
Got it.
poltergeisty or anything like that.
Like a conspiracy sort of thing?
Well, yeah, but it wasn't like Coven with witches. It wasn't like Asylum.
Sure, nothing supernatural.
Nothing supernatural.
Got
nothing, out
Got
of the world. And apparently, they're saying that season 12 is also going to have that type of a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the theme is going to be?
Slavery.
No, come on, honey. You can do better than that. The plague.
The plague.
So it's going to be a COVID theme, probably.
Oh.
Or a pseudo-COVID theme.
Oh, well, yeah.
Ugh.
Well, we went when they had the Donald Trump clowns.
I know.
And it wasn't as bad as we feared.
No, it was actually a good season.
Yeah.
American Horror Story is one of those programs that I watch it, but I don't like it.
Well, you hate watch it?
I think that, I can't really validate that either. I don't know what my thing is. I'm just upset. I'm not obsessed because it's not like I care. But I don't know why I watch it. My friend watches it too. Remember, and I told you we said the same thing. We're like, why are we watching this? The two of us used to watch it separately and talk about it on the computer. I mean, watch it together, but in separate houses. And we used to, the whole time we'd be like, well, this is this. Well, this is stupid. Well, this is this. Why are we watching this? Then the next thing you know, we're like, what's the next season? Are you going to watch it? No, probably not. I didn't like the last season. And then we watch it. And the the 1986 one or 1984 one, I forget what year it was, probably 84, because that would make sense. But I hated that when it came out. I just watched it again. Not bad.
Mhm.
It had some weird, I don't know, touch to that.
Well, I like how they carry on characters and stories from other seasons to give the appearance as one long story.
Yeah.
We get a lot of that today, and with the rise of the streaming service, it's
And of course, they just recently added Macaulay Culkin to their list of people, so yeah, that just puts a plus on my part.
Mhm. Am I imagining the camera moving slightly? Probably, yeah. I think it's just due to my heartbeat. That's how close the camera is to me. It's picking up my heartbeat. So before anyone says that we watch too much TV, I'm working all the time. It's just on over there in the corner, on all day long. I'm not really watching it as having it as background noise, as I don't like music.
So in theory, we could be getting it all wrong.
Are we getting all what wrong?
What we quote unquote watch, because we don't really watch it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure we don't pick up a lot. So Disney's going to release a new film by 2025. And I'm saying to myself, they're doing it again. Why don't we, before we come up with a deadline, just 2025, set in stone, we're going to release a film. I was saying, well, we're going to do this storyline, and we're looking for actors, and we're looking for a director, and
Oh, you're jumping ahead. Why don't we do? Well, we have a story plot.
we're going to do the Thrawn storyline, Admiral Thrawn. I don't know how that's going to fit between Snoke and the Emperor Palpatine, but oh well. I liked the books by oh geez, I think I remember the guy's name. Not necessary that I remember at the moment. But think if there's a Napoleon-like admiral working for the Empire, and he
that would be this guy.
Yeah.
What have we seen in it? Just the.
Just a character in the book. If I were casting, I'd hire Matt Smith, old Doctor Who, and the guy from the Game of Thrones sequel.
He doing like the dragon one or something?
Yeah, right. He's in the House of Dragon now. But yeah, Matt Smith would be my choice for Thrawn.
Isn't Matt Smith tall and thin?
Yep, that's Thrawn. Tall, thin. We just have to paint his skin.
Oh, you said Napoleon legs.
Oh yeah. Just have to paint his skin blue and put red contact lenses in, and he's ready to go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure Matt would love to wear red contact lenses.
Only if it was actually.
But this is Disney; they can just
Oh yeah.
put him up against a green screen.
Matt, could you do this entire scene with your eyes closed so we can CGI your eyes later?
Or better yet, I want you to wear these painful blue contact lenses that you can't see out of. You're completely blind, And we're gonna CGI red eyes in there. Why can't I just wear red lenses? No, we want a CGI.
I have the hiccups.
Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. The patented Phydeaux hiccup cure.
Do you remember that hiccup girl?
No.
Well, there was a girl who made all of the talk show rounds because she had hiccups for some ridiculous, like, I don't even know, like 200 days in a row or some ridiculous amount. And no one could figure out what it was and all this stuff.
It was a con, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
But there is a twist, kind of. So they finally actually figured out that it was Tourette's, a form of Tourette's.
Mm-hmm.
So they put her on medication and she stopped. But not before she had gone on like the Today Show, the Tomorrow Show,
Mhm.
all those shows. Well, afterwards, she ends up in a gang and kills someone. So she's now in jail.
Okay.
I just think that's weird. The hiccup girl ends up in jail.
All fame is fleeting. Remember, you're mortal. What they used to tell heroes at Roman triumphs. What's up?
I don't know, just a conversation.
Oh, okay.
Just something in my head.
Yeah.
Because I have the hiccups.
And now it's shared forever on the internet.
Oh God, I wasn't the first person to share this on the internet. In fact, that's where I heard about it from either Bailey Sarian or.
My wife has a female crush on Bailey.
Mm-hmm. You say these things as if I'm going to deny them.
A completely heterosexual crush.
Oh yeah. I don't want to sleep with her. I just like her. Now the one I want to sleep with, no, I'm just kidding.
Is a woman you want to sleep with?
No, that was just a segue for a joke, but then I couldn't think of a person's name quick enough.
Mike Stella-Sloska from
No,
Red Letter Media.
I thought we were talking about girls. Oh, if there's boys, I can give you a list. No, I'm just teasing. I only have eyes for you.
Oh, Vicky, you heterosexual tart, you. You cisgender woman. Can we ever contain that libido?
Well, I think you've done okay with doing it. In that vein, I should probably not use this electric eraser.
Right.
Because it probably sounds like I'm over here doing something dirty. We don't need to elaborate.
I always wanted to get the electric eraser when I was a kid. I always liked that. I wanted to have all of the professional tools for the trade.
Mm-hmm.
When they advertised that electric eraser to me, they told me that it would erase ink. Let me tell you, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But these things were plugged in. They were about the size of a woman's
All right.
Mr. Happy. Answer the phone.
I'm trying to. Hello, Mama. I said hello, Mama.
Big surprise. Guess who that is? Think we can get to a single broadcast without Ina?
I thought I did.
All right. Panel. I was wondering if I should draw a little pee-pee on Phydeaux, but, it's not necessary. He's a puppy. The guy who does Marmaduke once made the mistake of actually drawing Marmaduke's member. It's become a famous comic strip. He wasn't even thinking. He just, I guess he used a Great Dane for reference or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, Marmaduke was packing. And classically, we always sort of treat a dog's fur as if it were clothing, so don't think that the dog is naked, but, well, it actually is. Anyone trying to listen to that conversation in the background? I'm sure it's fascinating. Yep, I do not believe that her mother called with anything really to say. I guess that's good news. My mother-in-law is looking for a boyfriend. Any 87-year-old men out there looking for a hot-to-trot woman? Contact a chief colorist at the Phydeaux the Comic Strip website. No weirdos, please. I think I say every week, never draw your characters this small. And I always end up doing it. It's that silent time.
Yeah, but they're all on one side. And your TV won't be whoever it is.
It sounds like they're going over the problem that my mother-in-law is having with her neighbor. Apparently, my mother-in-law makes too much noise. If I was 86 years old and I was making noise, I don't think I would care about my neighbor. But that's her.
She has her telephone and everything. We're not on another phone search.
That was a remote control, actually.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Last week was the remote control search.
I thought it was the telephone because she called me on Alexa.
You know what might have been?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. You might be right there.
Oh my God, did anybody hear that?
Oftentimes when I don't give a fuck, it doesn't matter. Yes, you could be right.
You still recording?
Yeah, why?
I'm just curious. I just, stepped out for a little bit, so.
Oh, yes, we have to pause when you step out of the room.
No, it's not that. I thought you might have ended.
I'm pretty sure everybody listens to their
That's
conversation.
not what I was saying. Huh?
Everyone listened to your conversation with your mommy.
Oh, hold on.
And they all think that she needs to get another man.
Yep.
Any candidates online are going to contact you at the website. And I said no freaks. So therefore, we're sure not to get any freaks.
Okay. Yeah, that's for sure. For certain.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No freaks need not apply. They know that.
Okay, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Just any man who wants romantic relations with an 87-year-old woman.
You did not dox my mother, now did you?
In what way?
Yeah, well, I don't know, honey. How did you dox us?
What? I just gave her address, telephone number, and social security number. What? Maiden name, and I think I got some credit card details over here.
You probably do.
I have her debit and her Walmart card. All right. That one is, the characters are done. Now, of course, what I'll do is when this dries, we do the balloons, then I'll do the background, and then that goes off to the chief colorist. And this one's next. It's Friday. How long are we running here? 1 hour, 24 minutes, it looks like. Yeah. I think I might need a
nap.
Slight nap. Yeah, break. Today we're enjoying Coke Zero Sugar. The new formula. We want to drink as much of this before Coke changes the formula on us again.
But what will happen to the stocks of the non-alcoholic beer?
They're down this month.
But it's only the second.
Yeah, I haven't gotten out to the store, so I'm running low on tobacco. I don't have any more non-alcoholic beer.
Mm-hmm.
Just haven't gone out there. It was raining yesterday. I didn't feel like going out. Ugh. And I'm too busy with the comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, I got to do all my hard work with Chat GPT 3.4, and I can't wait to catch up with version 4. which apparently is supposedly the greatest thing since sliced bread, even though I don't really like sliced bread.
Isn't that funny? We get something like sliced bread, which is supposed to, be the be all and end all, and we'd rather rip off a piece of bread from a big thick loaf. I guess we're just not appreciative.
No, back to work.
Oh. Now I want to watch American Horror Story and have some bread.
Yeah, I may or may not feel like going out and getting some bread. We've got a bakery down the street. They make a really good ciabatta, and you generally only get it on Sundays. Let's see. I mean, you can get it other days of the week, but then it's old and decrepit. Got cooties all over it. Now the fog has rolled in over the comic strip. The TV to my right is a couple minutes delay.
Yes, so I know.
When I said the actual words fog, I was looking at it. It was a lot worse a little while ago.
That's why I can't really listen to or watch it over here, because it throws off.
Well, we have to have a delay in case someone rips out their penis and pisses on the camera lens.
What do you think, you're neurotic?
I'm mad at that guy for Gary.
I know, everybody else is.
Gary's taking it in stride. Yeah. Typical Hollywood, typical Los Angeles hippie, San Francisco hippie. Fine. He made a joke about it being so small that the YouTube algorithm didn't pick it up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that he has said all along. He's taking it in stride because nothing did happen. Had he lost his channel or had there become an issue, then obviously he would have been more upset than he is.
But this guy works for the Blaze, which is Glenn Beck's company.
Slit Your Wrist Radio?
Yeah, Slit Your Wrist Radio. So Glenn Beck puts himself out there as a conservative moralist and all this, and he's got this piece of garbage working for him.
Yeah, it's all of it's just lies and foolishness.
Shame on you, Glenn. All I can say.
Well, it's been like it's been made to seem like this was a premeditated thing, like you're just waiting.
It appears, if you see the way the guy had the camera set up, I would almost imagine that he framed so that he could just stand up and show his dick.
Well,
I would say it's premeditated, yes, but he'll probably say no, it wasn't. It was an accident.
no, I thought he said it was. I thought he
Oh
said
yeah,
it
well,
was.
yeah. On his own show, his excuse was, "I had to get away from these nerds. They had me for 3 hours, so I ripped my dick out." Okay, pal. You were gonna say something though? I cut you off.
I don't remember now.
Oh, okay.
It was that I don't think that it was premeditated, but I can't remember what my rationale was. Wait a second.
Looking back on it, I think it was absolutely 100% premeditated. The guy was trying to be edgy, shock jockish.
Well, I think he was trying to be a dick, but I don't think he premeditated showing his dick, if that makes any sense. Like, I think he wanted to do something grandiose and something whatever, but I don't think that that was his original plan.
I originally thought that he just got drunk.
Yeah,
and,
that's what I thought too.
Yeah, and lost whatever judgment that he would normally have. But looking back at it now, I've seen it. I've seen the actual scene like a dozen times, and I saw the full broadcast twice. I'm convinced now that it was premeditated. The way he had that camera set up, that was planned. And I'm not even going to mention the guy's name. I don't want to send any traffic in his direction. Not that I'm ever going to send any traffic to anybody. No one watches this.
Well, no, because they said, yeah, if anything, go to Gary.
Nerdotic.
Nerdotic.
Yes. Friday Night Tights. Great show. He's got like 12 guys. 10 guys and 2 women. And they just argue nerd pop culture shit all night.
Well, like the other night when they're like, what are they arguing about? Were you two just in a room already?
Well, you really had to watch those guys' own show because they're like an old married couple and they get on each other's nerves after a while.
I have seen it here and there when you've had it on.
Yeah.
It's not something I really pay close attention to, but I have seen it. So
It was Ryan Kimmel and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. They just got into a fight over like next to nothing, and then to the point where everyone was saying, "Wait a minute, what were they fighting? What are they fighting about?"
And everyone just let them go. So like, 5 minutes straight almost. It was just like no one said a word. They just were laughing in their individual Zoom corners.
You two get a room. Kiss already.
Yeah, some already. And they kept it going. Like even when they made those jokes, they were still like, "Well, he didn't." It's like, oh my god, stop.
But like
Do you
we've
have
go ahead.
a giant eraser?
Yes.
Can I steal it for just a minute?
Sure.
Because I can't get this clean at all over here.
Okay. I'm going to give you these two. I'm going to discuss them to the audience. This is a very good eraser, but it's very dirty. This is a little bit cleaner and it's newer. So, and completely ignore the tobacco stains on the back.
Oh, that'll make it erase easier. That's not going to interfere with the already dirty paper.
I don't know how.
I'm trying to clean.
I don't know how, but there are tobacco stains all over here.
I don't know how, but there are tobacco stains all over the house.
Don't know how it happens.
Must be my my boyfriend
Mm.
who lives in the walls.
The eraser work?
Well, yeah, it's better than what I was trying to work with. You never get, like, just the eraser was moving the color around. It wasn't erasing the color. So I got a lot of color inside the work balloons. And then I was trying to erase that, and that just was smudgy.
Well, I'm thinking if we get a Wacom tablet, we can laboriously ink the comic strip like this, scan it onto the computer, and then you can do the color on the computer.
Nope.
That way you can erase everything really easily. There's no more color pencil.
Nope. I may end up getting a better eraser than I have, which I know I have the electric one, but well.
We are weak in the eraser department here.
We are weak in the eraser department.
I am entirely unsatisfied with the quality of erasers in the art world. And I hope and pray that someday some technology will come out that will improve the old-fashioned rubber, as the British would call it, the rubber. Yes, it's a strange country. It'd be like Americans calling erasers condoms. All right.
You don't?
Do that one alone. You'll see the cat boss's tail is going over. See, this is a little indentation. That's where you put your elbows on the bar, so the cat's tail. Details that a cartoonist does.
Why is that?
Something not working?
No, I no. Something just didn't match something else for some unknown reason. But I'm fixing it now. So it does. Something that I don't think you've thought of yet.
What's that?
Next Sunday is Easter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were able to do a broadcast on Christmas, and
okay.
I wanted we'd be able to. Maybe we'll have to do a later broadcast
it's gonna
on
have to be because
Easter.
The time you start your broadcast is when we're going to be having dinner.
Oh, so I probably should do a broadcasting note to anyone out there at Phydeaux Livestream 37 or 38? 38. No, this is 38, I believe.
Oh, then 39. The next one.
And the next one. Well, maybe be a night broadcast. Phydeaux at night.
Friday. Phydeaux after dark.
I'm not even thinking about next week. I haven't even written. I have no idea what the script's going to be. I have no idea what direction I'm going to go. But it just seems that by Tuesday, I've got a week's worth of comic strips on my desk. It's the magic that I do so well.
Yeah, Easter kind of snuck up on me this year. Oh, we still have to. Well, anyway, I have to get Anderson's gift one. I have to go through the stuff to make sure I got everything.
Well, there's some toys in the other room. There's some sort of binoculars.
Yeah, but there was also clothing, I think, too. But they're not going to be around later on in the week because they're going down to New York.
Why can't we do fun things like go to New York City on holidays?
I can give you a list of reasons, but I don't think you want the
What-
world to know all of this.
What we need is a daughter to move down there.
Exactly. Although they're not staying with her because she's in a whatchamacallit.
A luxurious deluxe apartment in New York, which is about the size of a closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in a studio very near
Greenwich
Jennifer
Village.
Lawrence.
Yeah, Greenwich Village.
Ba-ba-ba?
Greenwich Village, right?
No.
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 Tribeca.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, across the street from Jennifer Lawrence. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
Close to Jennifer Lawrence. But anyway, so her parents and her sister and brother-in-law and stuff have to, and brother and kids and all, have to get hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Although,
But-
she probably has the kids staying with her.
But I'm sorry. To be fair,
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer Lawrence was there first.
No.
You're missing the joke, huh?
Oh, Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence owns the block. Jennifer Lawrence is the block.
created the block.
She is the block.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna live down that joke
Oh, eventually.
eventually. Yeah.
Well, because she's not going to be that relevant.
Oh yeah.
She's almost. I'm surprised she's still relevant.
Only to a few nerds, because I think I remember Gary Beegler was made a Jennifer Lawrence joke last week, so he's keeping it alive. Between Gary and me, we'll keep the Jennifer Lawrence flame alive. She'll thank us later. The funny thing is, when that whole controversy came up, I never considered that she was your cousin's neighbor.
I don't think that's her primary home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think she's there 99% of the time, but that is where she is.
I would guess that someone like that wants to be closer to L.A.
Yeah. She doesn't appear. I don't think she's a New York actor. Like, I don't think she does Broadway on Rough Time or anything like that.
Hmm.
So. But anyway, yes, I don't know why. I could give you the reasons why we don't go to New York. If we were to go to New York on a holiday, completely cliche, but I would want to go on Thanksgiving because I want to see a Thanksgiving Day parade.
You couldn't get me near that crowd for $1 billion. No fucking way am I ever going to Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
I am not saying I want to go outside and be in a crowd. I will watch it from
a hotel room, right?
A hotel room or.
The only crowd that's worse is the New Year's Eve crowd. Okay. And that's worse because you're stuck in that square and you can't go to the bathroom.
That I would never do.
And you can't drink alcohol. I don't know what these people are doing.
Oh, they're definitely drinking or taking something. But no, make no mistake. I'm not going to be out in the street freezing my ass off watching it. I'm going to be watching it from, a reasonably comfortable position somewhere.
And this is coming from the woman who used to take days off when the Boston Marathon was running just because she don't want to go through the crowds in the city.
Right. Again, I'm not going to be traveling. Oh my God! When they ever announced that the Olympics was possibly going to be in Boston, I was like,
"No,
you're not going to see me the entire time. I'll save up my vacation days for however long it takes." I will not be in work.
Please do not bring the Olympics to our city. I think Russia really needs it this year. Okay, let's give it to China. China really needs it this year. Give it to anyone we don't like. Please.
Listen, I'm as patriotic as the next person. I don't mind the Olympics one way or another. They don't bother me one way.
Just
or
don't
another.
want it in my fucking
Just
city.
don't want it in my city. Nope. But again, like I said, I don't know if I'd say don't bring them here, but I definitely say I'm not going to be here. I started to take off when they did the rallies, after they won.
Oh yeah,
After
the Patriots
that
won.
was almost as ridiculous.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. They had to ride these duck boats through the city.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't as bad because they came in for like the hour, 2 hours, and they were gone.
No.
It was amazing how quickly the crowds disappeared.
Yeah.
Whereby a crowd like, the marathon, they're around till midnight.
Right, but we're see, I was always off on the marathon anyway because it's held on
Patriots Day.
Patriots
That's
Day.
it. Yeah.
So I always had that day off anyway. I don't even know what holidays are anymore now that I don't work. I used to know every holiday.
But that was a logistical feat that they would get so many people into the city and then out right away, and all that was left was their garbage.
Yeah, I think Kraft probably had something to do with that. He probably had like a line of servicemen or something hanging around behind the scenes, moving people along. Although we did have professors who had to cancel a class because they could not get to the classroom. Like, I'm stuck on Temple Street.
And I'm adding to add to the humor of the whole Patriots winning the Super Bowl crowd duck boat tour.
Mm-hmm.
The city hated these people. It's a baseball city. They did not want to allow the football people in. It's like the mayor did not care if it would help out restaurants or bars or anything like that.
We were a baseball, but we were also the Celtics.
The Celtics haven't done anything since I was a kid.
But
Larry Bird.
Well, the baseball,
Well, no, the Red Sox won the World Series a while ago, within our lifetimes.
Oh, well, yeah, recently. I think it was either just before or just after my Red Sox loving uncle died. I can't remember. I think it was just before.
Yeah.
Because I think we made the joke on I think I said this. I don't know if I just said this to you or when we were talking in the stream before, but I've been to one of everything. I've been to a Patriots game. I've been to a Celtics, a Bruins, and the Red Sox game. Have not been to the Revolution. Is that what the soccer is?
Yeah, but it's held where the football games are played. So you've been to the stadium.
Yeah, but so I've been to all the I've been to one of each of the. I've been to a couple of baseball games actually.
When you were to the basketball game, was it in the old Boston Garden or the new TD Bank North?
Oh no, it's old Boston Garden. Yeah. Years and years and years ago.
Have you been to the new TD Bank North?
Not for a game, no.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I've been there for anything.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Me neither. I was in the old Boston Garden once for, I think, a wrestling show. Oh, actually, twice. I went there for a Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey Circus. Another thing that doesn't exist anymore.
Yep, I went there for those two. I did the
You probably did Ice Capades.
Yes.
I guessed that one. Pony Ride Princess. Of course you did Ice Capades.
I didn't do that many though. I think I only did a couple. And I think I got to bring friends.
They heavily advertised Ice Capades on like the TV station where we watched all our cartoons after school. So they even got me thinking, oh, I think I want to see the Ice Capades. Boy, I'm glad I didn't go. I would have gotten so bullied over that one. All right, that one's done. How long it- yeah, that took a half hour. All right, let's put that sucker up there to dry, and we get the last one. This is the breaking of the third wall, Phydeaux. We finally get to see what Catboss looks like without her helmet. His helmet, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, did you just misgender?
I
Catboss?
misgendered. Yes, I'm so sorry, Catboss. You're a manly cat. A cat's cat. A cat that men look to, up to a masculine cat.
A Jericho cat. No, that's something else.
Jellicoe cat.
Jellicoe. I said Jericho because Jericho's an actual thing. Nobody knows what Jellicoe.
Well, Jellicoe cat. They're doing the Jellicoe thing with the Jellicoe world. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when you ascend as a Jellicoe cat, you just die.
I think it took that movie for people to realize, that's kind of a stupid play, wasn't it? Cats. People were snowed by the songs and this and that. It's actually a really stupid play. Broadway gets away with a lot of stupid shit.
Well, continuing on the Hoodie Riding Princess.
How many Broadway shows have you been to?
Not that many, but I did see Cats. But actually, I've never, you know what?
What?
I've never been to Broadway.
But you saw Cats.
In Boston. I've been to the Boston theaters and saw a few plays. When
you and I were courting, we went in to see Penn and was it Penn and Teller? No, it was Harvey Korman and Tim Conway.
Yep.
And then they brought on some woman to do a Carol Burnett impression.
And she did every other impression, but she told you what it was.
Yeah, one of those types of people.
What was the impression? It was like, and well, now as Cher, I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
If you have to tell us who you are, you're not doing it very well. But we also saw two plays. We saw some play with Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah,
I think that was like a detective thing, wasn't it? Murder mystery.
Like that.
Yeah.
And then my cousin gave us tickets for Phantom. Remember?
No, Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, my cousin Gail gave us tickets for Phantom of the Opera.
I must have been drinking heavily at that time.
I guess you were.
Yeah. Where was it?
I want to say Wayne, but I'm not 1,000% sure. But the tickets were up high. Like they weren't the best tickets. But we saw Phantom. I shouldn't say it like that. We got them for free, so it doesn't matter what I think she got them for free too, but she had seen it or I don't know.
My family had like front row center tickets at the North Shore Music Theater. Now, okay, it's theater in the round, so I don't know how you call it front row center, but they were like right next to the orchestra pit, so they considered it front row center. But right there.
Well, it didn't.
So you're down there around foot level, so you're looking at people's feet when they're working up there.
Isn't that adorable? I saw. I almost said Jacob. It might be Jacob.
So to continue my story, at the North Shore Music Theater, I could always, I used them to romance high school girls. Took them to the theater on an honest to goodness date, gave them a nice meal, and they all fell in love with me. What can I say?
Of course they did.
He's the rich kid in school. He's got season tickets to the music theater.
No, he's the cultured kid. He's the.
I think it cost my father like $5,000 a year to get.
Oh my God, that much?
No, well, here's the thing. That was a bargain because they were like 30, 40, 50 tickets, shows, 4 tickets per show.
Gotcha.
So it was like the entire season pass cost around $5,000.
I forgot it was for each person. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 4 people.
Yeah.
Entire season pass, front row center.
So who couldn't go?
What do you mean?
4 people? Your family is 5 people.
Oh, no, it generally was my mother and father, and then they'd bring a guest.
Oh.
And when I
Oh.
used it for a date, I
Gotcha.
ignored them and pretended they were not related to me.
Gotcha.
But then they could monitor my activities.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm like, who got left out of that scenario? But anyway.
No, we never. Never. We generally did not do things as a family. I can remember as a toddler, my father would take us to this restaurant where kids ate for free. And even my sister brought one of her girlfriends with her to get the free meal. But that's, and also as a toddler, we'd go to drive-in movies once a week and stuff like that. But we rarely did things as a family. My 2 sisters, myself, and mother and father. It just wasn't. We weren't that sort of family. We all had our own lives. My sister Laura was always off with her friends anyway. And if there was anyone around, it would just be my sister Lisa and myself. Laura was never around.
I never saw my siblings.
Mm-hmm. You're an only child.
I know. That was a joke.
I know. Hey, refresh my memory of Phydeaux's assistant here. Do I color her hair black or do I leave it to you?
I'm pretty sure it was black.
I think one year you gave her like a bleach blonde. She's an African American woman.
Yeah, but
I think you
blonde is a color for everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to leave her hair up to you.
Okay. Women do change their hair color.
Right, and especially this particular woman. She's a assistant to Phydeaux, so she's very overpaid. Obviously. I think even Phydeaux has her paycheck worked into the contract. So he's not paying her.
Joseph, an amazing Technicolor trading coat.
Donny Osmond.
Donny Osmond.
Yeah.
And what was weird was...
I remember that production. I didn't see it.
He had not been on the production for a couple of days.
Uh-huh.
So it was rumored that he was not going to be there the day that we were going.
Yeah.
Which was kind of upsetting because, I wanted to see Donny Osmond.
Yes.
He was, though. He was there.
Yeah. He could not let you down.
Nope. It was very sweet of him.
Yep. So Donny Osmond's in your heart forever next to Scott Baio.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Baio is 60 and single. I wonder why.
We know why.
Yeah. We figured that one out.
And it was 45 and single. He's actually married.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Still married.
Oh, that's good. Glad Scott found happiness.
Yeah. Or just got old and decided to marry.
Settle down, yeah.
I saw that with my aunt and my godchild. My mother didn't come. I don't know why. I think my aunt got the tickets for her.
She had a thing against those Mormons.
No. I think my aunt got the tickets for herself and her granddaughter, my godchild. So, but I think she was like, "Oh, I'll take Vicky too."
Remember when America had a middle class and they actually went to things like this?
I know. Well, that was kind of considered a treat. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Not for us. We went every week.
Well, yeah, that was. Yeah. No, we didn't go every week. I saw Andy when I was a kid. I've seen Rent.
No, I have not seen Rent.
No, I have.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not my style.
I told you about Rent. My cousin was outside trying to scalp his tickets.
Yeah.
And my mother. Mm-hmm. We were talking with her, and my mother was like, "What are you doing, scalping your tickets?" I'm like, why are you saying that out loud? What do you want, your nephew to go to jail? Oh, I saw a really good Wit. W-I-T. That was good.
Never heard of it.
It was never. It's not something you would ever be interested in.
Mhm.
It's a play of. It's a true story. It's a play about a woman who gets cancer, and it's sort of her. I don't want to say struggles because it's not really. Well, it's basically the end of the life for this woman, and she writes about it. But it was
So
just,
happy ending.
But it was just it was funny actually. It wasn't upsetting or depressing. Well, it wasn't happy, I should say. Like that. It was good. It was very good. And the one who played Angela on Who's the Boss, Judith Light, she was the lead. She did a really good job. The only thing you might go for is that because she does die at the end.
Uh-huh.
When she
Nudity?
Huh?
Nudity?
Completely naked.
Ooh.
When she sort of
I was joking, really?
No, honestly.
They got Angela from Who's the Boss naked on the stage.
She was 100% naked. She sort of ascends, but not like they don't necessarily. You don't really believe like she's like ascending to heaven. It's not like it's a religious thing. She just kind of comes to terms with it.
So I guess she was an older woman there. She kind of looks like what's her name from Game of Thrones, where they had her walk naked down the street. Shame.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, sort of. Except it was done, not dirty like that. That wasn't, that was sort of outdoors and whatnot. It was just her on the stage, and she, from a lot of the show, she's just in like a hospital gown anyway, so she's not really clothed deeply. But I forget exactly how it happens, but she dies in the hospital bed. And they just shut off the light, and when they turn the light back on, she's just standing there naked.
Naked.
What?
Naked, yep.
Naked, yeah, she's just standing there naked.
I always appreciate when a woman removes her clothing.
Believe it or not, it did not come off sexual.
Well, you're a heterosexual cis woman. I would not imagine that you would be turned on.
But it was done. I mean, it was beautiful.
Oh yes, it was tastefully done. I'm sure.
No, it was just a beautiful play. It was very...
and people read Playboy for the articles. I guess it wasn't exactly. It wasn't quite the production of Hair, but
no, it wasn't a production of Hair. I've never seen Hair. You and I saw Clue, didn't we? Or was that before I knew you? Before I knew you.
Don't know. Hair. I never saw the play, but I tried to watch the movie with hopes of seeing nudity, and I don't think they had any nudity in the movie.
Well, you probably watched it on Channel 56 on a Saturday.
No, I saw it on cable, HBO, which was full of nudity at that time.
Yeah, well, it should have nudity then.
But I don't think the movie production of Hair had nudity. There's 2 panels. It's empty. Yeah. Am I getting a little dry there? We're talking too much.
Either non-stop talking or complete silence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Amazing how that always works out that way. Pardon me, that was a yawn.
Pardon me, that was a cough.
Yeah, I got you yawning now.
I know. I guess it is contagious. Oh, that's not the right thing to do.
What'd you do?
Oh, I just started a little coloring outside of the line.
Ah.
Not intentionally, my hand kind of shifted. All those involuntary traumas, you know.
PTSD from just the human condition.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I probably should. No, all right. So I don't think I've sung the praises of StreamYard. That's what it's called. Yeah, of StreamYard yet.
Well, you mentioned it a couple times as being positive, but no, you haven't really sung it. Praises.
Yeah. I want to spend 0 time learning how to use a program. I just want it to work. And that's what it does. It works. If you ever have any question, you hover the mouse over it and suddenly pop, something pops up and says, hey, dummy, this is what this does. And I knew from watching other podcasts that people using StreamYard are able to bring on websites. So, as I knew it was there, I found it. If this ever becomes a larger broadcast, we'll buy the professional version of StreamYard. I can't see any reason to buy it now. Just nothing doesn't really offer anything that we need. But the professional, if we bring on guests or broadcast both on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. But it looks like Facebook is dying, so I don't know.
I had it suggested to me. I don't know if I told you. I had it suggested to me that Phydeaux should go on TikTok.
I've never been on TikTok. Isn't that the one that's run by China?
Yeah, I think so.
All hail the Chinese overlords. Just in case they take over, I want this on record.
I forget.
I doubt they will. China doesn't have the water.
I forget the rationale. I think because it could be like quick little tidbits, or you could put just like a picture and a little thing, and then maybe they could go to the website. I don't know. It was suggested.
Well, the daily, when I read them, are generally between 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the things look set up for that sort of format. short form. With these 2-hour live streams.
TikTok, from what I understand, is like the new Vine, in that it can even be like a 2-second thing.
What the hell's a Vine?
Oh, you remember Vine? Yeah, Vines came and went, so I can understand. But like a YouTube short.
Yeah.
How's that?
I've heard a lot of good things about Rumble and other things, but yeah.
There's something called Discord, but I haven't really heard much about it.
Yeah. We just want to sort of promote this thing so it gets out there. And YouTube is the natural source because, well, we have that on our normal television. Rather than paying for cable, we've gotten rid of cable. And we have the streaming services, Netflix, Paramount. We used to have Hulu. We got rid of Hulu. We never had Disney.
My mother's like, "Honey, you don't have cable?
No, don't miss it.
What do you have?" Well, it's hard to explain, Mom.
About the only thing we don't generally get are football games, but that's just as well because I don't want to watch football anymore.
I think we could actually, if we really
Probably. Yeah, I really wanted to. We could either go broadcast, which...
Yeah, that's what I mean. We could go probably somewhere where...
you live in a city, the broadcast is there. It's a reasonable quality.
You know one thing I've never done? And I think it's just because I don't think to do it.
One thing you've never done. I don't think you've ever murdered anyone.
Well, in regards to television.
I don't think you've ever had sex on a television set.
Nope. Okay.
So what is one thing you've never done on a TV?
I've never sailed the open seas. I've never pirated anything.
Oh, on the internet.
On the internet.
You do that on the internet, not on television.
Well, my television is my internet.
Yeah. Well, you can't, but.
No, I'm not saying we will. I'm just saying I've never done it. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
you have to. How do I don't think.
Pirate Bay. It's a software thing.
They still exist. I've heard of them, but is that still a thing?
As far as I know, I don't know.
I know.
Again, I'm not much into the pirating stuff either.
No.
Ooh, mariachi music. Wow, how stereotypical of you.
I know. Who would have thought of middle-aged like that?
would be playing mariachi music. Okay. Go for it, pal. That was just a loud car that passed by outside. 40 feet below.
Is that how high we are?
No, actually, to the street, we're closer to 60.
I was going to say, I thought we were much higher than that.
Yeah. It's the way the land slopes.
Mm-hmm.
The first floor becomes the third.
And we're not on the first floor, so we're even higher than that.
Right. Yep. Happiest days in your life, ladies and gentlemen. The day you buy your house and the day you sell your house.
Mm-hmm. So what if your wife doesn't tell you she's selling it until you get home?
I'm still bleary-eyed after coming out of the hospital. Yeah, whatever.
I did not actually sell it, though. I just was considering selling it. And had an offer.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay, fuck yeah.
Well, it was down. The house can be a pain in the ass.
You can do anything you want. I just don't want to live in this particular city.
Guess where we're moving to, honey? Yeah, but come on. This is where we need. This works.
Yeah, it works. Don't have to shovel snow anymore. Don't have to worry about the roof leaking, the basement flooding, oil in the burner, or any
Don't
maintenance
have to worry
problem.
about a tenant. We had a tenant.
Don't have to take out the garbage. I just drop it all down a black hole. It just disappears. I don't know where it goes. I don't ever see it again.
Know where it goes,
Actually,
because
now
we're
I
on
do.
an
Yeah.
adventure.
Now I do, but before when I first moved in here, it just might as well be a alternative universe.
I made my poor husband and the maintenance gentleman go through the trash because I thought I'd lost my diamond ring. Well, my mother's diamond ring. My diamond ring will never come off because it's stuck on my finger. I think my husband super glued it sometime in the middle of the night.
I think I was clever in how I measured your finger.
Yes, you were.
I used a
You
cigar
told people
band.
How you measured it?
I used a cigar band.
Yes, I know. However, people, I don't know where my ring came from.
And you never will.
No.
Until the statute of limitations on that crime. Until the statute of limitations on that crime expire, you'll never know.
I was just gonna say, until I get my sister-in-law drunk enough, she doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, we're all a bunch of unfun people. None of us drink any alcohol anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Nobody does. My family's starting to drink more than your family.
Mm.
Gail's drinking more than. This is like the third time I've mentioned her. I guess she's on my mind.
Yeah. Shout out to Gail.
She's essentially my sister in a way, so closest thing I have to one anyway. I told you that I told her. Remember when I had COVID and I was afraid?
Yeah.
And I said to you, if something happens to me, make sure you take care of my mother. Mm-hmm. And you said, oh, I'll get her to Gail. I told Gail that. She just laughed. I said, just so you know, Gail. She's like, I know.
So the graffiti here on the bathroom. We have Phydeaux's bad dog. V-A. This. And here's a heart with an arrow through it. And the letter C, who knows what that is. And someone decided to play a game of tic-tac-toe. 0, X, 0, X, 0, X, 0, X. Okay. Make it logical. And 3, 4, hash, couple hash marks. Yeah, I guess this is dry enough. I can do the urinals. How much time are we running on here? Oh, going 2 hours and 20 minutes. 2:19. It's a long one. Actually, most of that's got to be done with a ruler. And that's about all the straight lines I could do. I mean, curved lines I can do. Another urinal back here. You hardly see. I like how the urinals have no dividers between them. Any pecker checkers can look at their neighbors. Let the chief colorist determine what that water stain is on the wall. All right, just about everything else is ruler work. And I guess that's that. Always put the cap back on your ink bottle. I guess we're done for another live stream. This one ended quietly.
Bye.
I don't know what's happening next week. It's Easter. I might tweet or write on Facebook what the plans are, but probably expect it later at night. Yeah, one of those darn holidays.